Hi, my name is Johan Fitzkalkwyk and I'm from Professional CPD. 5 common mistakes that candidates make when it comes to professional registration. Now these are the overarching common ones, so I can go into detail with them and I most probably will. But let's just first unpack them in a nutshell. Number 1, you did not or do not keep a record of all of your projects since the day you got your qualification. 5 years down the line, now you want to register as a professional. Now you need to go and think, what did you do 5 years back, 2 years back, 3 years back? I can tell you sometimes I can't even remember what I did yesterday. So do not make that mistake. When you get your qualification, start documenting your projects. Even now, when you haven't done that, start doing it now, immediately. I've developed a workplace training plan. It's free. You can go and register on it and start capturing your documents. I've designed it in such a way that you can link it to the 11 outcomes and the various levels. It is worth it and it's free. So the link is below. Go and click on it and go and register on it. Number 2, your documentation. You're not capturing your documentation right. There's a lot of documents and it needs to be done correctly. At first stage, 60% plus, as far as I know, gets thrown out because the documentation is not right. Get the documents right. We can go into the detail of them in other short videos. Number 3, you have a lack of experience. You have not covered all the 11 outcomes on the correct level throughout your career. In other words, you need to be competent in all of the 11 outcomes. Not half of them, not 8 of them, not 9 of them. All 11 outcomes needs to be covered sufficiently. Then we get to number 4. You need to progressively show how you've moved from being exposed to the environment all the way up to level E, which means you take full responsibility for your outputs. Same as a professional, you're just not registered as a professional. You need to operate on that level E for at least a year. If you haven't done that, I'm telling you now, ECSA is going to throw your application out. So make sure you gain and get enough experience and operating on the right level. If you don't, you're going to be one of that 60%. And then the 5th one, which is the last one. Do not lend your ears out. Yes, ask for advice, but be very careful who you take it from. I've seen too many cases where people listen to other people, do the application that way, and it gets thrown out. If you're not sure, find out from ECSA. If you're not sure, find out from me. If you're not sure, find out from your mentor. If you're not sure, find out from somebody that really knows what they're talking about. Otherwise, you're going to fail. So be careful who you listen to. Those are the 5 main ones. Try and avoid them at all costs. And if you're not sure, please contact me and I will help you with that. Those are your 5 main ones. Obviously, there's lots of layers underneath that you need to look at. You need to know what's a training and experience report. Where does the TES, the training and experience summary, comes in? What do you do with your engineering report? How do you complete all of those? Those are extremely important. But from an overarching point of view, those are the 5. Dodge them at all cost. Right.